Hello, I'm Daniel.
And I'm John, and we're both level designers for Media Molecule. And today we're going to show you how to use the Controlinator.
Okay, so the Controlinator is a brand new piece of kit for LBP2. And there it is in Puppet. John's going to take it out of Puppet now and place it down. And what it allows you to do is basically wire up the 6-axis controller or the DualShock controller and take the buttons and hook them up to things in the world. So in LBP1, if you wanted to do that, you'd probably use a grab switch or a lever or a piston or something like that. Now you can use the actual buttons on the Controlinator. So in this scene, we have a couple of things. We have some white matter, which doesn't move. It's like our infinite mass block that can never move. So it's basically what we'll use as our anchor. We have pistons, which you'll know from the first game if you've played it. Pistons extend and contract, depending on what time settings you put in. And finally, we've got some LED lights, some little bright lights that can glow orange or blue or any color you like. So that's what we've got, and John's going to try and control those with the Controlinator. So firstly, John's taken what do you call that?
Left analog stick.
The left analog stick.
And the wire that comes from it.
And wired it up to the piston. So he's dragged a little thing from the white tag to the piston, and the same for the right stick. So now he's made it so that the left stick controls this piston, and the right stick controls this piston.
Just realised they won't glue down.
He's making sure he's gluing on the LEDs in case they fall off.
Okay.
And the next thing he's doing is taking the R1 button from the shoulder and hooking it up to the blue LED, and the L1 button and hooking up to the orange LED. And what this means is, quite obviously, if he pushes the R1 or the L1 button, the LED will light up. Okay, the last thing he's going to do on this is set the radius for the Controlinator. And what this means is, where does Sackboy need to be able to jump in? And often you can jump in from a long way away, or you can make it so the player needs to walk right up to the seat to jump into it. He's also selected a tweak there which says, should the player automatically enter? So this means the player doesn't have to push any buttons to get into the seat. As soon as he steps down, he'll just get dragged right in, he'll get sucked in, sit in the seat and be ready to control the gameplay. Are you done, John? Are you ready to test this out?
Absolutely, yeah. If we jump into play mode, we should be able to see it working. Okay, so I'm in the control seat. Now hopefully if I press up on the left control stick here, you can see the piston maps perfectly with how I move it. And the same with the right stick here. As I move the right stick, you can see it clearly moves it. If I press the shoulder buttons, you can see how it lights up the various LEDs. So we can control multiple things at the same time using the DualShock controller.
Great. There's one final thing we should show. It's probably how you can vary the orientation of Sackboy in the seat.
Absolutely.
It's great to be able to have a seat on the side of something and make it look like Sackboy's being seen from above, but sometimes you want Sackboy to look like they're viewed from the side, and we can easily do that. We just tweak the Controlinator and say it's the front-facing, side-mounted. There, tick the box that says side-mounted, which means it's mounted on the side of something, and that should be it. Just to try that one out in play mode.
And there we have it. Now you can see Sackboy front and central, and everything ready to be controlled by him.
So that was a really simple demonstration of how to use the 6-axis controller with the Controlinator to create some simple gameplay.
And of course, you guys at home can take it to a much higher level and create ever more and more complex things, or keep it as simple as we've just shown you.
PlayStation